We're focusing on your putting, and you've told us that your main issue is directional control. The first thing we need to figure out is whether the problem is your control of start line, meaning your ability to get the ball set off in the intended direction, or whether it's your green reading that needs to improve. And this is your ability to predict whether the ball will curve or not once it's rolling towards the hole. And to do this, we have a very simple test. We want to create a gate very slightly wider than the width of a golf ball that we can place about a grip length ahead of the ball. If you can roll putts through this gate successfully without hitting either side of it, we know that your start direction is good, and that means you need to move on to green reading videos. However, if the ball makes contact with either side of the gate too often, we need to start with working on your putting stroke. The direction the ball takes as it leaves the putter face is almost entirely dependent on where the putter is aiming, so this is what we want to be in control of. And to begin with, we want to make sure there isn't any excessive opening and closing of the club face in relation to the direction that the club head is travelling, or what we might call the swing path. You can see this very clearly if you hold the putter out in front of you horizontally. If we add twisting to the putter as we move it backwards and forwards, we can clearly see that the face points all over the place. However, if we quiet the hands and remove any forearm rotation, we can see that the face stays square to the path. And this is what we're looking for. If we have control over the swing path, we will have control over the club face, and in turn, the starting direction. Once you understand what this feels like, what you might call a more body-controlled putting stroke as opposed to being controlled by the hands or arms, lower the putter to a normal playing position and try and repeat the feeling. Start with very short strokes, where the aim is to roll the ball just a few inches past the tees. But as your success increases, simply increase the length of the stroke.